Hey folks, how's everybody doing today? Texas Redleg here. Just wanted to discuss a topic, one of many topics that are going to be coming up here with regard to the upcoming election. We're approaching 50 days, people. 50 days is not a long time. I think I want to discuss habits today. Habits with regard to what we stockpile, our vehicles, our ammunition, things like that, firearms. We probably all remember the gasoline debacle that we had probably 3 or 4 years ago, when it was really a logistical supply problem versus a fuel production problem. It was a problem getting fuel to the stations for some weird reason. I don't remember all the gory details of it, but that was a real deal for a lot of people. Luckily for me, I'd already started storing fuel at the house, in reasonable, safe amounts, where I didn't really have to panic too much. Plus, my vehicle at the time ran on the E85 stuff, flex fuel, if I had to. So that was helpful. Never thought it would become helpful, but it did for that particular instance. With regard to fuel, whether it's gasoline or diesel, I would, without a doubt, keep 5 to 10 gallons of extra fuel at your home, in the garage, or if you have an outdoor closet or a shed, somewhere safe, obviously, that you can store gasoline or fuel for your vehicle. That's a crucial thing, to not have to panic if there's a gas problem. You just never know. And if you already have some fuel on hand, at least enough to top off your tank and get the hell out of Dodge if you were to have to, at least you have that capability. So you can also buy that Sta-Bil fuel additive, fuel stabilizer I think it lasts for up to a year or longer. I've got a few cans right now that have it in it, and it seems to be doing fine. You can always rotate it out too, should you not have to use it in an emergency situation. After about a year and a half, you probably need to put it in something and go through it and just fill your gas cans back up again. But having 5 to 10 gallons of fuel could be huge, depending on where you are in your situation. I would definitely recommend that people do that if they don't already. I personally store about 35 gallons on hand all the time. I've got various reasons for that. I've got obviously more than one vehicle, so I need a little bit more on hand for emergencies. The next biggest thing with fuel for me, and again talking about habits, creating good habits, routines. You need to keep that fuel tank in your vehicle half full at all times. What I mean is, don't let it get below half a tank. Pretend that half a tank is your empty point and you need to refuel. Keep that sucker full or half full or somewhere in between all the time, and that allows you the ability to get further away from where you are should you need to and there's no fuel. Just something that I kind of adopted a few years ago, and I pretty much stayed to it. There was a few times throughout the year where I may dip below to maybe a quarter tank just because I'm busy or whatever, but I know better, and then I usually regroup and start at it again. But generally it's half a tank or more full. So that's a big thing that I think a lot of people could benefit from. And again, it's just a habit. It's getting into a routine to where it's just part of your lifestyle, and it's not that big of a issue once you get used to doing it. It's just something that you do. It's just habit for me. It's like cigarettes or cokes or chewing tobacco. I mean, it's habit for me, and it's a good thing though. So you don't want to be in a position where you can't make a move because you don't have any fuel for your vehicle. Also for generators, should you have a generator, you obviously want fuel so you can run it. So again, good habits, storing enough water all the time, having water on hand all the time, having the ability to cook or sanitize water, boil water, bottles of bleach, all that stuff is crucial. Ammunition, same thing. Have at least, I carry probably 2 to 3 loaded mags per weapon. If I ever take that weapon out with me, it's got 2 to 3 loaded magazines all the time. My EDC, my everyday carry weapon, I've got 3 loaded magazines at all times with me wherever I go. Again, habits. As far as food goes, we all know the canned good routine and survival bars and all that good stuff. You just got to rotate through it and make sure that you're not letting things spoil. But all that stuff is crucial. Tools, always have tools around, at least a multi-tool where you can use it for little things that might come about. Meds, same thing. Every one of these preps, has a intended purpose, and having them accessible, usable, fresh and not broken down or expired. Ointments and meds and things like that will expire on you if you're not careful. Having this stuff rotated out and fresh is huge. So again, it's a lifestyle of forming good habits and making sure that you and yours are prepared at all times. So anyway, I really wanted to touch on the fuel thing. That was really the main reason for the video today, was for that. So anyway, keep the fuel stocked, keep all your preps up, stack it deep. Long live the Republic.